Today, I'm going to tell you about the case of Tamara Greene, a stripper who was rumored to have danced at a wild party at the mayor's mansion and was later murdered in a mysterious drive-by shooting. Was her death a random act of violence or a cover-up by powerful people? Let's find out. Tamara Greene, also known as Strawberry, was a beautiful and charismatic woman who had a troubled life. She grew up in poverty, had a drug addiction, and worked as an exotic dancer to support her 3 children. She also had a violent boyfriend, Eric Mitchell, who was involved in drug dealing and other criminal activities. On April 30, 2003, around 3:40 a.m., Tamara and Eric were driving in her car on Roselawn Street near West Outer Drive in Detroit. They had just left a party at a motel and were heading to another one. As they approached the curb, a white Chevrolet Blazer pulled up behind them and opened fire. Tamara was hit by multiple bullets and died instantly. Eric was wounded, but managed to escape and call 911. The police arrived at the scene and found Tamara's body slumped over the steering wheel. They also found several shell casings from a .40 caliber handgun on the street. The white Blazer was nowhere to be seen. The police interviewed Eric, who claimed that he did not know who shot them or why. He said that he and Tamara had no enemies, and that they were just innocent victims of a random shooting. However, the police soon discovered that Tamara was not just an ordinary stripper. She was allegedly involved in one of the biggest scandals in Detroit's history, the Manoogian Mansion Party. The Manoogian Mansion is the official residence of the mayor of Detroit. In 2003, the mayor was Quaime Kilpatrick, a charismatic and ambitious politician who was also notorious for his corruption and infidelity. According to rumors, Kilpatrick threw a lavish party at the mansion in late 2002 or early 2003, where he invited strippers, prostitutes, drugs, and alcohol. Tamara was one of the strippers who performed at the party, and she caught the eye of Kilpatrick's wife, Carlita. Carlita allegedly became enraged when she saw Tamara dancing for her husband and attacked her with a wooden object, causing her to bleed profusely from her head. Tamara was rushed to the hospital by Kilpatrick's security team, who paid off the doctors and nurses to keep quiet. Tamara later filed a police report about the assault, but it was never investigated. The party and the assault were never proven, but they were widely circulated by anonymous sources, whistleblowers, and media outlets. Kilpatrick denied that the party ever happened and that he ever met Tamara. He also accused his political enemies of spreading lies to ruin his reputation and career. But some people believed that there was more to the story than Kilpatrick wanted to admit. They suspected that Tamara's murder was not a coincidence, but a deliberate attempt to silence her and prevent her from exposing the truth about the party and the assault. They also believed that Kilpatrick used his power and influence to sabotage the investigation into her death and cover up any evidence that could link him to the crime. One of those people was Norman Yatuma, an attorney who represented Tamara's children in a civil lawsuit against Kilpatrick and the city of Detroit. Yatuma claimed that he had evidence that Kilpatrick interfered with the murder investigation by deleting emails, destroying documents, intimidating witnesses, and transferring or firing police officers who tried to pursue the case. He also claimed that he had witnesses who confirmed that Tamara danced at the party and that she was assaulted by Carlita. lled filed his lawsuit in 2005, seeking $150 million in damages for Tamara's children. He hoped that his lawsuit would force Kilpatrick to testify under oath about what he knew about Tamara's murder and reveal any information that could help solve the case. However, lled faced many obstacles and challenges in his quest for justice. He encountered resistance from the city officials who refused to cooperate with his requests for documents and depositions. He also faced skepticism from the judge, who questioned his evidence and motives. He also faced threats from unknown sources, who warned him to drop the case or face the consequences. In 2011, after 6 years of legal battles, lled's lawsuit was dismissed by the judge, who ruled that there was no evidence that Kilpatrick or the city had anything to do with Tamara's murder or the investigation. The judge also criticized lled for relying on hearsay, speculation, and conspiracy theories, and for exploiting Tamara's children for his own agenda. lled appealed the decision, but his appeal was also rejected by a higher court in 2013. He vowed to continue fighting for Tamara's children and to find the truth about her murder, but the truth remains elusive. To this day, no one has been arrested or charged for Tamara's murder. The police have not identified any suspects or motives. The case remains unsolved and cold. Tamara Greene's murder is one of the most controversial and mysterious cases in Detroit's history. It raises many questions and doubts about the integrity and accountability of the city's leaders and institutions. It also exposes the dark and dangerous side of the city's culture and politics. It also reveals the tragic and heartbreaking fate of a woman who was caught in the crossfire of a power struggle that was bigger than her. What do you think happened to Tamara Greene? Was she killed by a random shooter or by someone who wanted to silence her? Did Kilpatrick have anything to do with her murder or the investigation? Did lled have any evidence? Or was he just chasing a conspiracy theory? Do you think her case will ever be solved? Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more crime scene mysteries. Thank you for watching and see you next time.